Michael Calderone, Mr. Pasadena, came back for his second round on the buzz earlier on CCN Sunrise. This time talking locally with Senator Joshua Madison and Bob McClure about President Obama's San Gabriel Valley visit, Pasadena's hotly debated proposed ordinance on spaying and neutering, and neighbors worried about all those events happening at the Rose Bowl.
Today is a big day as President Obama is in our backyard. He's following through on a bill that Congresswoman Judy Chu has been pushing to designate the San Gabriel Mountains a national monument. And there are people who love it and others like Mike Antonovich who hate it. And Michael, what are you hearing from folks about this? Because it's going all over on loving or hating it.
Well, Judy Chu had an opportunity to go ahead and let the people know about it, and it's become very unpopular from what I've understood. People love it because it's going to embrace our wonderful San Gabriel Mountains, that's correct. And I just don't see a lot of people agreeing. There's so many people polarized on each side about this.
I've heard that there's sometimes people who oppose to the government kind of taking control of things. That might be part of it. Am I understating that?
There's that, but the good that it actually will provide a lot of government funds to actually continue to clean up the area and to keep the preserve much neater and much nicer than before.
Because, a lot of people are accessing these mountains and there's graffiti all over, pollution all over. It wasn't being taken care of. So, for the folks who are like, we can do it ourselves, well, it wasn't being done. So
yes, I would hope to see those government funds in place to remove the graffiti, for actually to bring about a wonderful awareness of those beautiful mountains. So it's a toss-up. Both sides seem to have a good point, actually.
I think with any government program, you can't say they're all good or all bad, and it depends on how they execute this plan and what they actually do as opposed to what they say.
But there are people calling this, Obama's land grab, basically. And, is that fair? I know there's going to be some eminent domain issues.
Well, it may not be fair, but people always tend to worry about big government coming in and doing that land grab. And it's nice to have President Obama here. At the same time, people are very concerned that they're going to lose a lot out of it.
They're going to lose getting to work on time because I hear the commute's not going to be fun. But, another major topic going on in this area is the Rose Bowl. And, people are asking, especially the local residents, when is enough enough? Because they've really had to go through a lot with the concerts that are there. What have you heard about this?
Well, I'll be quite frank. I've loved going to the Rose Bowl, and there's no better place in Southern California to go to an event bigger than the Staples Center, bigger than any other Greek theater. It's the Rose Bowl. It's the end-all, be-all. So it's unfortunate that there are so many wonderful residents around there that hear this loud. I mean, you could stand outside and still enjoy the concert. But at the same time, I understand that there's a problem with the noise level and lots of people around. But I mean, there's so much to be had at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, but you're only going to enjoy the concert if you enjoy One Direction, which I'm going to guess a lot of people living around the Rose Bowl, that's not their demographic.
I've been there for the Eagles. I mean, come on, the Eagles.
All right, that's different.
But I really heard a lot of people complain a lot about the One Direction concert. The other ones, it wasn't Eminem or Beyonce they were complaining about. I guess it was the teeny bopper screaming for Harry Styles or something.
There's no worse sound on the planet.
and so I think
and not One Direction. I'm talking about the screaming girls.
I mean, I was hearing about people saying like, I'm ready to move. I've had it. And
I've heard that people say they're going to move, and that's a tragedy. They really shouldn't be moving. It's a wonderful place. It's a gorgeous neighborhood, and I'm sorry for that one moment in time with One Direction that has caused them to move. So
well, and it's I understand it's designated for 12 big events. They moved it up to 18, and then I think finally 21, and that is a lot of events, but. At the end of the day, it's also, that's 20 days. Is that really going to make you move? I mean, that's it? Those 20 days, you can't figure out something else to do?
I don't see why it would. But I understand. I mean, they should have known going in that this is the Rose Bowl, and there's going to be events there. And you're right, 20 days really isn't a lot as far as I'm concerned.
We'll see how that plays out with the number of events for next year. Another issue dividing people pretty vehemently is a mandatory ordinance for pet owners to spay and neuter their pets. A first reading of the ordinance passed the City Council and will go into effect July 2015 if it passes the second reading. I mean, people are really, heated about this.
I think something about the word mandatory gets everybody. But I
That's
believe,
what Terry Torniket said. He's like, I do spay and neuter my pets, but I don't want to be told to do it. It goes
it's
too
true.
far.
But I think in the city of Pasadena, which, by the way, the Pasadena SPCA is doing a wonderful job out there. I can't imagine what it would be like if we weren't monitoring the situation. And yes, I know, once again, it's a mandatory situation, but I think it's a necessary situation. People really should be, kind and really take care of their pet on that basis.
Do you think all those people are going to be so kind with this mandatory?
No, and the thing is, this is one of the things where if we try to pass an ordinance in a blanket fashion like this, you're going to have a lot of people who say, you don't have to tell me what to do. In fact, I don't want you to tell me what to do. Or maybe I'm a dog breeder or something of that sort.
Well, they do get exceptions. But, I'm one of those people, like, I don't want the stray animals all over the place. So something has to be done about that. And for the people who are like, well, this is going to impact the low-income folks because if there's a penalty of $60, I'm sorry, you're going to get a rude awakening when you take that pet to the vet if you can't afford $60 because it's an arm and a leg just to take care of a pet. It's not a small cost thing.
There's still plenty of stray dogs and cats out there, and nobody's doing anything about it, as well as the Pasadena SPCA. I think
But
that
is mandatory spaying and neutering going to fix that problem with the stray dogs and cats that are there now?
I believe it will. I think, quite frankly, we should be doing a lot of mandatory things, and that is a move in the right direction as far as Pasadena is going.
I agree. The thing of, well, people are going to do it anyway. Yeah, but you got to put some effort in. We can't just be like, well, I'm going to throw up my hands and not do anything about it. Because some people might actually go ahead and do it. Who knows? We'll see, Bob. Huh?
Who knows if... I'm not saying don't do anything. I'm just saying I'm not sure this is the right thing.
All right. Well,
All right.
we'll
Agree to
see.
disagree.
We sure are. But thank you, Mr. Pasadena, for coming in.
Thank you for having me again.
Thanks,
And
Michael.
please join us again.
Would love to. Thank
All
you.
right.